So, you just installed Feed the Beast mod pack, and you're looking around and saying, what the hell do I do? Well, I'm here to give you a way to get started. The first thing you want to do is, like normal Minecraft, find a place you want to live. This looks good. This is a fertile land, and we shall rule over it. We shall call it this land. Step 2. Much like other Minecrafts, punch some trees, get some wood. The only difference here is you're also going to be looking for these trees. These are rubber trees. They're important. You want to collect saplings off these guys, and you're going to be searching for little dots on them that are bits of rubber. You can tell they're rubber trees because they have those little things sticking up the top. So basically, get yourself started, get some basic resources, and build yourself a basic house. Nothing special here. Once you've got some wood collected, and you know where some of these rubber trees are, just do the normal thing. Build yourself a house, all that jazz. Doink, 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 doink. Oh yeah, this house is going to be amazing. Damn it, sheep. Get out of here. You don't even know. Look at that house. Aw, yeah. Beyond that, you're going to do the basics. Get yourself some tools going on. And do your normal mining stuff. Basically, try to get as many iron as you can, and then some basic, stuff like diamonds and such not. As you're going, you're going to come across some things such as copper and tin. You should collect these up when you can. So I'll come back after I've got all that all mined up, and we'll get into the first steps really in the mod. After you've done some mining and gotten some basic resources, such as your copper, your tin, your iron, and hell, you might have even found a couple precious diamonds. It's really time to get started into the machines. I normally get about 5 iron cooking up, and then you're going to want to take some wood and arrange it like so. Twink. And this is going to make you a tree town. You're going to go back out to these trees you found earlier, being careful not to get destroyed by monsters. You're going to look for these spots. You want to right click those off, and they're going to give you sticky resin. To get started, you'll just need a bit of this. If you don't break the leaves at the top of the trees, the 3 sticking straight up, the sticky resin spots will regrow. So you can knock off the leaves on the side, so you can make it easy to find the sticky resin later. Once you have a little bit of that, run back inside and hide forever. The iron you can use to upgrade your furnace. Doink. Doink, 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 doink. And this is the iron furnace. The iron furnace is more efficient, but does all the same things. And from there, we can start getting a bit more of our iron smelting up. I guess now would be a good time to introduce NEI. You don't have to remember all these recipes. Anything you need to find, just type in. Like, for example, the iron furnace. We can type in furnace, click, and here's our recipes. This sticky resin you're going to want to put in your furnace and cook the heck out of that, and it's going to make you a bit of rubber. Take this rubber, you'll need at least 6 bits of it. Take it with some tin and some copper. We're going to make our first real machine here. We're going to take the rubber, lay it out like this, put the copper in the middle, and that's going to give us some copper wires, or copper cables. Oop, I forgot, I need my redstone. Redstone is disturbingly important in this. Always have more than you think you'll ever need, because it will never be enough. Making a shape like this is going to give you a battery. With this battery, if you press O to turn on your NEI and press U over top it, you can see all the uses for it. Most of these are far more advanced than we're going to be using anytime soon. So we're going to be looking up our generator. This is our basic thing we're going to need. Furnace, machine block, and RE battery. Machine block we make out of refined iron. Refined iron we get by smelting iron. So back to the cookery. You're going to find that you abuse the heck out of NEI. It is fantastic. Basically, the first things we're going to work towards are getting a generator and then upgrading our iron furnace. Our iron furnace here, you press U to see the uses of it. We can upgrade this to an electric furnace. That way, we don't need to use our coal purely to cook things up. We can use our generator and then eventually upgrade our generator to better and better power. And that's basically what this is going to cover. We're going to get through some basic power stuff. While that's cooking up, we're going to deal with this spider. Take my pickaxe to your head, spider. And we're going to go out and try to find some reeds, because those are going to be important for our next basic step. Well, they don't seem to be easy to get. I'll be back once we have a reed farm started. Now that we've got our refined iron, we're going to make ourselves a machine block. Machine block, make stuff up. As I just oh wow, we are out of stone. Let's go get some more. The machine block is going to be a basic building block in the vast majority of industrial craft machines. So you're going to get used to that recipe of 8 refined iron. There we go. We need to make ourselves a furnace. And then, let's just look up our recipe again to make sure I don't make this incorrectly. We need a furnace, a machine block, and an RE battery. So, furnace, machine block, RE battery, and we have our first generator. For now, I'm just going to smack it down next to the iron furnace. The iron furnace, I have some more iron ingots cooking up in to become refined iron. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to show this off. I just started a small reed farm over here. And while I was out searching for these, I killed a couple cows because you're going to want some leather to make books. These are beehives. Unless you want to get into bees, I would just completely ignore them. They will eat away all your life. If you do want to get into bees, I have a tutorial series of that on my YouTube as well. So our next step is we want to make ourselves an electric furnace. Electric furnace, we need an iron furnace, an electric circuit, and some redstone. So let's make up those circuits. We need the redstone, we need some cables. I'm just going to throw on the ground, because why not? And we're going to cable, 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 cable. There we are. Much better. Find iron. And there is our electric circuit. The electric circuit, once we finish this up, there we go. We're going to take our iron furnace. And if we press this button, it's going to put the recipe there for us as a ghosted image. Oop, falling down. That way we can easily drop more complex recipes in. Here we go. We're going to click, click, create. Doink, doink, doink. And we have our electric furnace. Smacking that down, we'll find that when we power the generator, it's going to provide power to the electric furnace. And the generator has a storage it's going to charge up itself. The first thing we're going to do is get a little more copper ore, because we need to make another electric furnace. I'm going to show you, if you don't, we have 5 copper cables. We only need 6 more to make a circuit. And I don't want to collect all the rubber to make a full set of 6. So we're going to do a different recipe for the copper cables. We're going to take 3 copper ingots, put them in a line, which is going to make uninsulated copper cables. And if we take one of these and put some insulation on it, we get copper cables. Let's go ahead and make ourselves another circuit. Redstone, refined iron, circuit. And with this, we're going to make ourselves a Macerator. And the Macerator is an incredibly useful block. This is going to make our lives much easier from now on. So we are going to need another machine block, which we'll put in the middle. Both sides, and then the flint across the top. Maceration. And I'm just going to pop this guy right on top of the generator. So now that we have the Macerator, we can go ahead and macerate as much of our ore as we want. Now this is going to be exceptionally slow, so I would recommend getting a cup of coffee or a tea or whatever you like while this is going. But, but this will enable you to get a lot more out of your ores. Basically, everything you macerate is going to give you, eventually, 2 dust. And this dust, each will smelt down into 1 bar. So you're essentially doubling all your ores. Yeah. So that's what we're going to start with. Next time, we're going to talk about how to start world hopping through mystcraft, discovering other ages, and then upgrading our power source. Because you're going to find that you're really annoyed at how often you're using coal in this thing. But that's our next step, and that's where we can all get started. I will see you next time.